In this video, we will cover uh, our remaining hallmark of the cancer, or in other terms, these are the emerging hallmarks that are emerged based on the research that has been carried out in the past few decades. So, the first one of this emerging hallmark is this deregulating cellular energetics. So, this indicates that uh, since the tumor cells are in a state of aggressive uncontrolled growth rate, they require high amount of energy. And how they get those how they meet their energy requirement is by uh, regulating the energetic pathway within the cells in a way that most of the energies are being utilized for the tumor cell growth and survival, and the other necessary functions are being dysregulated in the case of tumor cells, as they are not necessary for the tumor cell survival. The next hallmark is about this avoid immune destructions. And this thing, one of the approach these tumor cells used to avoid themselves from immune destruction or immune surveillance is by the formation of this glycocalyx layer, or this tumor microenvironment around these tumors helps them to evade from the immune cells or immune response. The next one is this genome instability and mutation, and this is the continuous process that occurs within the tumor cells, so that mutations helps those mutations helps the tumors to become more aggressive, and later on helps them to metastasis in different organs of the host. The next one is this tumor promoting inflammation. Inflammation is usually considered as the immune response to act against the tumor. However, in the case when the tumors get emerged, or in the case when tumors is on the later stage, then this tumor promoting inflammation will act in opposite direction. That is, it helps the tumors to, helps these tumor cells to proliferate or grow, instead of this acting against the tumor cells. So this is how some of the emerging hallmarks of the cancers. Now we will cover briefly on this metastatic process. So there are two panels that are shown here. The first panel is about the interaction in this tumor microenvironment that might helps in this metastasis, and there are various signaling pathways that are being shown that are got triggered in the tumor microenvironment, so in a way that will promote this EMT characteristic, or helps the cells to metastasize from to different organs. And some of the pathways are this EGF5, it get activated with this tumor promoting inflammatory cells and the cancer cells, and this cancer associated fibroblast is uh, also play a role in the case of tumor microenvironment, and helps in this helps in acquiring this TGF, helps in acquiring the EMT characteristic by these tumor cells. And this one of the cytokines that we have covered in our previous videos is about this TGF beta, and it has been shown that it has been shown in the literature that this TGF beta uh, trigger the program within the tumor cells, trigger the EMT program within the tumor cells, or epithelial to mesenchymal transfer. And this bottom panel is about the intracellular changes that occurs within the tumor cells that helps in this metastatic dissemination. And this during the primary tumorigenesis, we can see that this trauma helps in acquiring this metastatic properties. Trauma in terms like the tissues, uh, that are surrounded by the tumors, and this tumor interact with these surrounding tissues that are called the stroma, and sometimes they are also a part of this cancer associated fibroblast. So This trauma triggers the metastatic properties within the cells, and later on, when the cells has acquired their metastatic properties, or the second wave of metastasis will occur by recruitment of this trauma, or you can say in the primary tumorigenesis, the stroma will trigger intercellular signaling pathways. However, in the case of this uh, second wave of this metastasis, this trauma physically helps these tumor cells in the metastasis process. So this is some of the information about this, how this metastasis within the tumor cells occurs through this extracellular signaling pathways and also through this intercellular signaling pathways. And we have also covered some of the emerging hallmarks of the cancer. And if you need to understand both of these things in detail, you can go through the reference that has been provided in the description. That's all for this video. Thank you for your time.